One of the main things that stood out to me were how good the visual effects were, although clearly dated, but not in a bad way. Like in a this is a classic film kind of sense.
Yeah, well, I am a massive fan of optical effects that they use. Like it was ILM that did the effects for this one. Same effects that they did in Ghostbusters as well, and you can tell kind of you can tell the style kind of yeah. But I still think that really holds up. There's a few other shots in there that like do look a little bit dated, but yeah, I think there's like especially the legged monster, or, like the big legged ghost and stuff. I think that still looks pretty good now, and just like the ghosts in Ghostbusters, still really holds up.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
that great mix of practical and say optical, so shot on green screen, and I think it looks great.
I mean, I'm not being a cinematic snob when I say like I prefer them kinds of visual effects. You get a sense of a little bit grounded, although it is a visual effect, but you can see that people have worked on it rather than all the green screen and shoddy CGI that we get a lot today on really big budget films.
Yeah,
and there's a lack of craft. Like I'm not knocking CGI artists, that what they do is amazing, but I think the issue is nowadays is that it's producers, studios not given the effects houses enough time to really do a good job.
Yeah, there's too much deadlines, but it's obviously a lot more time consuming. It's probably a lot more expensive to have people building stuff, bringing it to set. But then it's cheaper to film stuff these days as well. So you'd think it'd kind of level out a little bit, but I just don't think people are interested, to be honest. I like seeing actors as well react to things in front of them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think it's also a case of CGI just seems to be like an easy answer to a difficult question. It's like someone will go, oh well, we could do a puppet here and try some smoke and mirrors, and then someone just goes, well, that's a lot of effort. Just give it to a CGI effects house.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no real thought into it, and it's like we said, like you're not giving anyone any time to do a really good job because it's not really thought through. It just seems like an afterthought.
Yeah, and most of the time it just looks really flat as well, and especially like months. We spoke about this with the werewolf episode that we did. Just doesn't look. It just looks flat. It doesn't look real. It doesn't look real. I think like the best CGI is when you know that it's not CGI, like a lot of like landscapes and things like that, and when you make things look bigger than they actually are, and you're like, oh shit, was that really really CGI? I saw something about like going a bit off Poltergeist, but I think it was Wolf of Wall Street, and like they listed like how many CGI effects was in that, and I was like, really? I didn't even notice, but it was all like background stuff and sort of like things like where they are, and that's what it should be utilized for like things like that, but not really like characters and monsters and stuff. Like I just want to see that, I want to see that.
No, I mean, I think the best example of using CGI for just like little touches and flourishes is David Fincher does it really well because he's got a background at ILM. He knows what he's doing. But the most recent one I can think of is the Batman.
Yeah,
because we live in Liverpool. We've seen St. George's Hall, and we know exactly what the surrounding area looks like. But in the Batman, completely different, and it looked incredible.
They blended it so well, didn't they? Like and say the like Gotham kind of became its own character. But yeah, they must have shot in like so many different locations, but it all looked like the same place.
Yeah, it was absolutely. It was incredible stuff.
that's things like that. That's what CGI should be used for, like computer effects and things like that. So, but yeah, going off there again on a tangent.
Yeah.